Today, we're gonna talk about the top 10 Filipino foods you gotta try. We're even gonna rank them, most popular being number 1, and then we're gonna start at number 10 and go all the way down. So let's get into it so you will know when you come to the Philippines what you should eat. Let's start with something simple but super delicious. Pansit. That's right, pansit. And you can have noodles anywhere else, but listen, the Philippines takes it to another level, okay? You got pansit canton, pansit bihons, palabok. What's the other one that your dad likes? Sagtanhon, right? Pansit guisado. I really enjoy pansit cooked on an open fire. Now, what am I talking about? If you guys go look at a video that I did where I had dinner over my girl's house, they were cooking pansit outside, the special Baloo recipe, and I'm talking about it was delicious. Okay, they cooked it right outside over fire. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just tons of nice ingredients in there, all kind of peppers and onions and everything was everything, okay? You guys gotta go check out that video. That was some delicious pansit, dude. Pansit was actually introduced by Chinese immigrants. And over time, Filipinos have made it their own, adding local ingredients and flavors. Also, something I like about pansit is that it's served like on birthdays to represent long life. You know how those long noodles be in the pansit? Well, that represents long life. So on your birthday, if you're in the Philippines, always have some pansit if you want to live to about 155. Damn! Let's go to number 9, sinigang. Okay, now sinigang is a famous sour Filipino soup, right? This is the type of soup that you eat when you want to just feel nice and comfy and warm and still get a little kick back there in the back of your mouth. Yeah. That's sinigang. This sour soup made of pork, fish, or beef and seasoned with tamarind. And it also always has an array of nice vegetables inside of there. It just makes you feel like a warm hug, okay? This is a very popular soup in the Philippines. Now, with my girl, she don't really like sinigang. It's too sour. But a lot of people in the Philippines really like sinigang, right? That was what your friend ordered the first time when I came here or whatever. That's the first time I heard of it. We was over there and she's like, sinigang, please. I'm like, sinigang, what's that? And then I tasted it and it made me wake up. I'm like, whoa. I had never tasted nothing that sour. Right? But that's the whole, that's the whole aura of sinigang. It's a nice, hot, hearty, sour soup. Very good, delicious, okay? Oh yeah, by the way, try something called sinigang halang. I know it just sounds like a rhyme, but halang in Cebuano means spicy, maanghang in Tagalog. Sinigang halang is spicy sinigang, and that's how I like my sinigang. Okay, moving on. Let's go to one of my favorites, bulalo. Now you can either have bulalo as a soup or sizzling bulalo, which is more like a rice meal, right? But either way, what bulalo is, a beef marrow stew made with beef shanks, cooked slow, I mean for hours, okay, until the meat falls off the bone. This dish is rich. It's really hearty. Look, it's just really satisfying, you know what I mean? Like, it don't take much to fill up that tummy, right? You got some bulalo, whether soup style or the stew style or the sizzling bulalo, right? You put it with some rice, oh shoot, man, about 12 bites, you're gonna be full. Straight up. And I always told Queenie, the thing I like about rice is it stretches out your meals, right? And everybody knows in the Philippines, rice is life, right? But with a hearty meal like bulalo, especially the sizzling bulalo, you guys know that's my favorite. That's the one with that nice thick brown gravy, lay it on top of that, lay it on top of some rice, and lay your face in it and get busy, because it is delicious, man. Okay, let's go to number 7, Halang Halang. That's right. Oh yeah, we getting up there to the popular ones now, right? Now I know that woke everybody up, right? Oh yeah, halang halang. Oh, let me go. Oh yeah, masarap. Halang, give me now. The spicy, creamy Filipino meal. I mean, you can consider this a comfort food as well, right? It's like the wild child, okay, of Filipino cuisine. It's spicy, bold, and unapologetic. Okay, yeah. It's all kind of sillies. And for those in the Western world, sillies is chilies. Red, hot, healthy chilies. All in halang halang, right? Because that's the niche of Halang Halang. It's a spicy stew. You know what I'm saying? But here's what cools you off though, is the fact that most Halang Halang is made with coconut milk infused right into that stew, to where you feel that hotness, you say, damn, and then the coolness of the coconut milk say, ah. So you get a damn and you get a ah. You know what I'm saying? In every single bite of Halang Halang. Now, you can cook chicken or pork in this rich coconut broth that I'm telling you guys about, right? It can be chicken, it can be, I mean, I even hear of some beef Halang Halang, especially here in the Mindanao and Lanao del Norte area. They have a version of Halang Halang that doesn't have coconut milk in it, that actually has a brown broth. It's still spicy, believe that, right? But they use pork or beef a lot of times in this recipe. You gotta understand, man, there's a very big Muslim population here in Mindanao as well, right? And they don't eat pork. So they make their own different renditions of some of the meals here. That's one of the ones that tripped me out. My girl handed me a bowl and she said, here's some Halang Halang. I'm like, where the milk? She's like, no, this is Mindanao style. This is Iligan style. I'm like, Iligan style? This look like beef Perz. It tripped me out. But didn't you say it's similar to beef Perz, the way that you guys make it out here? Yeah, the Halang Halang here in Iligan, I mean, if you're gonna eat Mindanao style, it's kind of similar to beef Perz, but just way spicier. So if somebody tells you it's Halang Halang, be ready, because it's gonna be spicy. Okay, that's part of the flavor profile of this dish. Number 6 is Tanola, right? Now this is a fish soup made with many different types of fish. We'll get into that in a minute. And Tanola is number 6 on the list only because I'm not so sure how popular Tanola is all over the Philippines, but I do know here in Mindanao, Iligan City to be exact, oh man, Regine's family eat Tanola almost every other day. Don't lie, y'all eat it a lot. They love Tanola, right? So that's definitely gonna have to be up here on the list. It's number 6. It's the ultimate comfort food. Ginger adds a warm, zesty kick that's perfect for warding off colds or just warming your soul on a chilly day. Right? Now, when you say chilly day and say Philippines, you don't think that goes together, but sometimes in the rainy season, and this is when they really start eating Tanola a lot, is when the rainy season comes. Filipinos be cold in the rainy season, right? They're not, you know, they're used to a real hot temperature, right? So you'll see Tanola eaten a lot when it starts raining. What's all them bird months when it's raining out here and stuff, right, babe? They be tearing up some Tanola. And I'll be eating it with them. Damn, of course. Tanola's been a favorite since all the way back in the Spanish colonial period of the Philippines. Even the Filipino hero Jose Rizal talked about Tanola in his writings, right? So that shows you it goes back, right? So yeah, for sure, Tanola is awesome. Let's get to the next one. All right, number 5. Now we're right in the middle of the list, so I gotta start giving y'all some real good ones. All right, let's do it. All right, let's talk about lechon manok. That's right, it's roasted chicken blended in a marinade of spices and herbs. It's cooked on a spit until that thin little layer of the skin on top is a little crispy and the meat is juicy kaayo. Hello. When you bite into lechon manok, the flavors and the juices just pop out and squirt on you. Damn, don't squirt, man. It's super juicy. Like, this was the juiciest roast chicken that I had ever had in my freaking life. Juiciest roast chicken ever in my life. Straight up. When I had this, I bit into it, I said, damn, what y'all season this with, man? Wait a minute, did y'all cook this in the oven? What y'all cook this in? I'm trying to figure out the recipe, man, because it was so soft. But it wasn't soft to the point it was mushy. You know what I'm saying? It was soft, but it was like chewy, and you could taste all them juices and all that stuff in it. And then I found out it's slow cooked on a spit, and they put the lemongrass on the inside so that those herbs infuse through all of the meat throughout the bone. I'm talking about the flavors in the marrow. You hear me? Damn. Good stuff, dude. The secret to that flavor is in that marinade, okay? It's got the calamansi in it, lemongrass, garlic, and even other seasonings or whatever, all in that marinade and slow cooked. That's the secret. I'm figuring it out now, y'all. I'm figuring it out, my Caba Buyans. That's y'all's secret, is that slow cooked marinade, right? Good stuff, man. Let's keep on going. Let's see. We are on number 4 now. We're getting high in the list, man. So you know I'm getting better and better. Let's get to the next most popular one. One of my favorites, one of your favorites, the rock star of the Filipino cuisine, Segue. Yeah. I'm like the ambassador for Segue. Damn. Segue is awesome. As I always tell the story, it was the first food that I tasted when I came to the Philippines. And that's probably the reason why it stuck with me so much. I love it, man. Segue is banging. When you see that sizzling hot plate come out, any foodie, and I'm a foodie, any foodie would go, woo-wee, what is that there? Give me a bite. Any foodie would not be able to resist that. It comes out, right? You see the egg on the top bubbling, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have the egg on top, come on now. Right? See the egg on top bubbling, all them chilies in there. If you ain't never seen them like that before, you're gonna think like it's like, you know, like some kind of enchilada or something like that, because we have a lot of Mexican food back home. No. This is a straight up Filipino street food delight. Now brace yourself, because traditionally, this meal is made with chopped pig face, ears, and chopped pig liver, okay? I'll wait. This is for all my Western people, I'll wait. Yeah, that sounds crazy, right? But it's banging. Try it. I'm telling you, it's good stuff. Now, that's what it was traditionally made with, but nowadays they got squid sisig, they got chicken sisig, fish, which is bangus, or for the people that don't know what is bangus in the Western world, that's like milk fish, right? Quick note, Mang Inasal has the best bangus sisig. I'm gonna tell you again, and you're gonna thank me. You're gonna go there when you come to the Philippines, and you're gonna say, okay, Dean told me to come. Bangus sisig at Mang Inasal, banging. All right, that was my public service announcement. Okay, let's keep moving.
You just tasted, was that tuna sisig? Last time when you watched a movie, was that tuna?
Oh yeah, I actually tasted some tuna sisig that was banging too. That was, what was that, Kuya J's when we went to go see the movie? See, you can make sisig out of virtually, you know, any like meat that's nice and chewy, you know what I mean? It gotta have that little chewy taste to it. But yeah, sisig originally, I think it comes from Pampanga, right? The food capital of the Philippines. That's what they call it, right? Pampanga, the food capital. That's where sisig comes from. That's where my favorite Filipino food come from. So big shout out, salute to everybody out there in Pampanga. Keep on making that sisig, baby, because you influence the whole country, right? With that dish. And it's delicious, it's my favorite, okay? Listen, I might open up the sisig restaurant coming soon to all places in the Philippines. Nah, just joking. But that'd be cool though, man. If I open up a restaurant, it gotta be a sisig restaurant, straight up, babe. Know what I mean? Now we getting down to the nitty gritty, y'all. We getting down to the top 3. And this ranking is just out of popularity, right? Not that it's my favorites or it's your favorites, you know what I'm saying? This is just out of popularity in the Philippines, right? And something that's getting very popular right now in the Philippines, number 3, beef Perz. You'll start finding beef Perz everywhere now, especially here in Iligan. Like all kind of restaurants are popping up with beef Perz. Let me tell you guys about beef Perz, right? It's basically like the comfort food that you never knew you needed, but once you eat it, you say, I needed this. Like that. It's really nice, yo. Tender beef simmered in a sweet savory sauce, served with garlic rice and a bowl of steaming hot broth. Right? Now that sounds simple, but a lot of times the simplest things are the most delicious, right? The most common things and ingredients used in something are the best tasting. I actually got to experience Perz a little while ago. I made a video of it, but I didn't eat beef Perz. They had pork Perz that day, so I just ate it. I'm not a big pork eater, but that was some good Perz. It was from a place called Big Was, right? And so it was amazing. And I couldn't believe how such simple ingredients can make something that tastes so good. Now, I put a little too much chili on my Perz, and you're gonna see my experience with that when you watch the video, but it was still very, very delicious. The word Perz means pear in Filipino, and it's talking about the perfect combination of beef and rice coming together, paired together. Beef Perz, pork Perz. I don't know, they don't have chicken Perz, do they? Doink, I don't think so. But you'll usually see beef Perz and pork Perz. Perz. I gotta always make sure that I say the words right, because I'll say it right one time and then the next time I'll get my American tongue and get lazy and say it wrong. First I'll say Perz. I'll say it right, then I'll get lazy and say Perez. It ain't no dang on Perez. Dean, what are you doing? I know what y'all gonna say in the comments. Perz. Perz. It's like Perz, right? Let me hear you say it. You a Filipino. Perz. I love it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Beef Perz, shout out. Beef Perz was made very popular here lately by a cook in the Philippines named Diwata. Diwata Perz is famous. He's in the Manila area and stuff, so you know that's where it just got real famous and it just started bubbling all over the whole country. Now, beef Perz, pork Perz, whatever kind of Perz you want. Now Perz gotta be in the top 3 on our list. That's why it's number 3. Let's keep going. Oh, we getting to the nitty gritty now. Number 2, we getting up there, baby. Woo-wee. Number 2 is lechon. That's right. Famous and popular and traditional and historic, right? The lechon represents a cornerstone in Filipino culture and Filipino celebrations. If you have a wedding, lechon is there. You have a birthday, lechon is there. You have a funeral, lechon is there. Okay, what else? You have a fiesta. Lechon is there. Lechon is there. Lechon is there. Why? I don't know, but it's become very popular to represent that, hey, look, we're celebrating something, right? Or we're mourning something, right? Or, you know, or we're partying or something like that. Lechon has become that go-to meal. Of course, with all kind of other, you know, side dishes, you're gonna have like 10, 20, 30 side dishes at a good Filipino party, but what's in the middle of that table every single time? Lechon. I've had a lot of lechon out here in the Philippines, and I've had lechon that was a little too salty, some lechon that I feel like didn't have enough flavor, but when it's right in the middle and it tastes nice and herby, and you get the slight little salt flavor of it, and you get the crunch of it, if it's cooked just right.
Plus spicy.
Oh yeah, you like the spicy one too. Yeah, she had to throw that in there. Spicy lechon. Woo-wee! It's real, right? That's something that we used to have in Cebu a lot. Now, Cebu is really known for their lechon recipe out there. Like, I don't know what it is about Cebu, but they got a really, really popular lechon, especially, like she said, spicy lechon recipe out there. You know, lechon comes all the way back from the Spanish times or whatever. The Spanish, you know, they did bring that, but the Filipinos took it and made it into something of their own. Totally different seasonings, totally different, you know, way of preparing it. You know, they cook it a little longer than what the Spanish were cooking it. The Spanish will cook it like half the time that the Filipinos cook it. Filipinos make sure it's really, really cooked and it's really, really crunchy, right? And nice and chewy on the inside. They put their flavors and taste to it. And now, lechon, it belongs to the Philippines now. It might have been influenced by Spain, belongs to the Philippines now, okay? They took that, all right? Straight up. And let's be honest, in the Philippines, any excuse to eat lechon is a good one.
Just don't forget to snag a piece of that crispy skin.
Yeah, the crispy skin. Like, that's your favorite part, huh, the crispy skin? Dude, we have a whole lechon. Queenie would just be walking with her plate, politely just grab a piece of the skin, crumb, and just walk away. Then she's sitting next to me, of course, all I hear is crunch, crunch, crunch. I just look at her. Do you mind? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, lechon is great. Let's get to number 1. And the most popular food, the most known food in the Philippines.
The ones you cooked before.
The one I cooked before. One of the simplest meals in the Philippines, chicken adobo. And y'all know chicken adobo is the most known Filipino dish in the world. In the world, right? Even above lechon. Okay, because I had to come to the Philippines to find out how important of a cornerstone lechon was. But before I came to the Philippines, I knew about chicken adobo. I knew chicken adobo was a Filipino dish before I even knew anything about the Philippines. That shows you the popularity of this dish. Now, mind you, the pork version of chicken adobo is called humba. The only difference between chicken adobo and humba, which is made with pork, is that adobo is a little saltier, whereas humba has a little more of a sweet or tamis flavor, diba?
Matamis.
Matamis in Tagalog, diba? So, that's the only difference though. Like they're basically the same meal, just made with a slightly different flavor and a different meat, right? And that flavor is represented by a marination, right? Including vinegar, soy sauce, calamansi, garlic, and other secret ingredients, right? Now, you can make this with peppers. Some people put ginger in it. It depends on what your little secret ingredient is, what your little kick is to it, right? When I made chicken adobo last time, where y'all noticed I put a little ginger in there, that's how I was taught to put a little ginger in there. I put a little red pepper in there. That's how I was taught, but it's optional, right? But that nice, salty, sweet taste that's gonna be, across the board in anybody's adobo that you're gonna taste, or if not, they're not making adobo, okay? So, yeah, chicken adobo has to be number one. Now, chicken adobo goes, once again, you can take this all the way back to the olden times of the Philippines and, think about when the Chinese settlers started coming in or whatever. Back then, the Filipinos were preserving their chicken with vinegars and stuff like that or whatever. And so when the Chinese came, they started using soy sauce in the mix or whatever. And it became more of an oriental tasting thing, but still had an infusion of that calamansi from the Philippines and that vinegar that's from the Philippines and that sweetness that's from the Philippines. Oh, man. I'm getting hungry. Look, I gotta go. All right, y'all know what to do. No, listen, straight up and down. If y'all wanna see me eating traditional Filipino food, check out this video right here where I'm eating beef Perz. I told y'all, actually it's pork Perz. I told you guys about that video. Check that out, man. Y'all know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that shit. I'm out.